get butterflies every time I'm kissing you. When you hold me tight and close your eyes, do you get that butterflies too? Butterflies too. I don't know what is happening. Who's what? Right, let me get my thing up. I'm going. Right, so that down. Yes, butterflies. No, yeah. I have to go turn off the heat. Oh, come on. Every time I'm kissing you, when you hold me tight and close your eyes. One at a time. Okay, I'm go deal with one at a time, with one at a time, with one. Oh, I'm boiling up. I can only deal with one at a time, with one at a time. Yeah, get this thing. The heating off, man. I'm turning the heating off. I'm gonna turn the heating, turn the heating off. I'm gonna turn the heating, I'm gonna turn the heating. I'm gonna turn the heating off. Sorry, I'm gonna turn this off. It's been on all night, wherever. So I'm gonna start new one. Oh, it's so slow. I need to turn this heating off. I'm boiling. I'm boiling, boiling, boiling. Right, that's on. That's on. Waiting to close that down and shut it. See if it starts it back. The keyboard not coming up on this one, so I don't know what's happening. Oh, right. Which one am I using? This one? I'll close this one. I'm gonna check all this thing and start. Cable. You know what? Just go down here and do and let this make me. That's how I start. I try to start that. I need to go turn this heating off. Let's see this one. This is favorites. Let's see this one. Sir, today we celebrate my mother's birthday, and then I move on with my life. Sing praises to Jah, Rastafari, and Mama Lou and God, and all the deities, whoever you believe in, whoever you worship. Some of we don't worship nobody, but we self. Right, so I'm going to close this and start again. And thank you, darling. Thank you. I'm starting again because this has been there for a while and I didn't know. So I'll be. No, I am setting up because this has been running for a long time. So I'm gonna be restarting this one, but I'm on other place and then start again, okay? Come on, Tree, yeah. And I need to turn my heating off because I went out and leave it, but it's proper hot, like I'm boiling, and I'm not on any menopause or menogala. Why do I get butterflies all the time? Right, so that's that. And I have to go. Come on, Ting. Stop playing with me, darling. Right. Right, ready? Already when me ready and I gone, me gone. No, me not gone nowhere. Already when me ready and I come, me I come. Yes, me coming to celebrate. 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 Mama Lou. Me coming to celebrate. Yes, me coming to celebrate. Yes, me coming to celebrate the one Mama Lou. Yes, me coming to celebrate. Yes, me coming to celebrate. Yes, me coming to celebrate the one Mama Lou. Berlin Louis Chambers Nemad. Berlin Louis Chambers Nemad. Lynn Louise Chambers the Lord, Lynn Louise Chambers the Lord, Reverend the Lord, Pauline Louise Chambers the Lord, Lynn Louise Chambers the Lord, one Saturday Lou, one giant of finger only on the mall, one giant of finger only in the mall, one giant of finger only in the mall, rest our chambers. We're coming to celebrate Mama Lou. We're coming to celebrate Mama Lou. Coming to celebrate you. La 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 la. La, Mama Lou. Coming to celebrate Mama Lou. I'm going to eat in man. Let me eat in hand and go and come back. But me a burn up. It's like burn up, me a burn up in here. All right, now turn off the light. We can't deal with the eating. We can't deal with the eating. Me say me come to celebrate Mama Lou. Me come to celebrate Mama Lou. Me come to celebrate Mama Lou. I think I have my shoes and turn up in my city. Me say me come to celebrate Mama Lou. 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 Salutation to all the mothers out there. Salutation to all mothers out there. Salutation to all mothers out there. To celebrate Mama Lou. So me come to celebrate Mama Lou. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Salutation to all the mothers. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Salutation to all the mothers. Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Of course, I did that high. Me press it one few more times. I want to go off. So me come to celebrate Mama Lou. 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 Come to celebrate Mama Lou. Right, let's hope we got it. So me come to celebrate Mama Lou. Me come celebrate Mama Lou. I put on back my shoes. I proper classics. But me now wear no spike here. And take like I don't put span no hat break. I might have go tumble down. Well, where's the answer? Right. I go show you how I show you what I have. So this is me. I mean, I feel hold on and like for some. And I want to show you my shoes. So me deck out. Today are green and yellow. Me bad up my knee. So that's me. Hey, you see for my Mama Lou? Oh my God. Mama Lou was a dresser. So see there? That's down at the bottom. So me come for celebrate Mama Lou. Me come for celebrate Mama Lou. Me come for celebrate Mama Lou. She was born on this date. Not this day. It was a Mama Lou was a Saturday woman. Saturday Lou, she called herself. But me should have get that something, you know, me I that something and do it one time. But a child that is born on the whatever day is whatever day, I'll get that and do it, you know. But when Mama Lou said because she born on Saturday, she born to work. So me come for celebrate Mama Lou. Me come for celebrate Mama Lou. Me come for celebrate Mama Lou. There was only one Mama Lou. Salutation out there to all mothers. Salutation out there to all mothers. Salutation out there to all mothers. You don't have to bring a child to be a mother. As long as your mother a child. Oh yes. Me could have some Irish in me too. Hey, we spread all over the world, man. And pick we up there, so then pick we up there, so then when they go colonize we and do whatever they did, love we bad, so me mix up, bad, good. Yes, man. Me I try to find out how we that system now, how we that system. Anyway, soon come to my head. So yes, I went to Lord and I was fed and watered. No, not the other way. Yes, man, I too Bantu me having a mean. Southern Bantu people and Western Bantu people, so bad that me I focus on Africa, where the ancestors came from. And because I have two Bantu people in me, so me I use the Bantu to their style. Because I relax and take it as it go along. Once the heat will come down, for me just the right side of the radiator and when the man come fixing turn up the radiator so it's sparkling hot. I need my keyboard for that one, it's not coming up. I mean I call my spar. I find somebody else now to call. But in there for I soon tell you about it. So yes, people, today I am celebrating the birth, my mother, not just birth, the whole of, yes, so me put on the devil's armor, yeah, and then me put on the hat. Remember, me say, the lady used to sell in on East Street, and me go there and me watch the hat, yeah, and me watch it, and me watch it, Me watch it till me could afford it and me buy it. See, I me put on this on, you know. So that time now, that time now, when me want me take off and have me that thing. Come on, heat, go down. Too much heat and that me try to get some water. Me say, me rock me Guinea sponge. And make a child with some of it that's way because some of it would be that's way because the cover fly off. Lucky me little look, some of it drop. Me not drink no more, me not drink no more. Me I go drink water. So today me drink Guinea sponge, me drink pear banana, and me drink carrot and ginger. And what does Lord and next man have to do with you, love? What does Lord and next man have to do with you? What does the next man have to do with you? Huh? If I were you, I would say nothing more. You think I ain't watching? What does Lord the next man have to do with it? If you come here, I'm celebrating my mother. Yeah? I'm watching, you know. You think me an idiot, girl? Or whoever you be? When you come now, whatever, you did it, come and wait for me. Let me do my thing. Yeah? Yeah? Right now, I'm very suspicious. So if I were you, you wait till the other people then join you before you say nothing more. Yeah? If I were you, wait till the other people then join before you say no. What make you come and bombard me? Why? Why you come and bombard me? If you fucking say anything else, me talk some what fucking. Don't you fucking say another word. Don't you trigger me, bitch. No say nothing more. You want to say fire? No say nothing more. Because I know who you are. Yeah? I'm giving you the allowance to say stay here. But right now, shut up. Shut up till the other people then come and you want to talk to them. Do not come Bumba. Me know who you are. Yeah? Me no idiot. Me no want you sorry neither. Not say nothing more. You want to fire, not say nothing more. And my show today, me and Mama Lou show. And me and Mama Lou show today. I meet some Ghana people at Brixton and they give me one of them watchtowers and them I tell me about them pack too much language. Don't you say another word. Yeah? Look for your ass. Mama don't understand. 550, 551, 551, 556. You did track one. 556, 557, 558, 559, 6. I know y'all call me phone. 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 Okay, so you know who you are. And you are calling me phone, not true. So why y'all call me phone? Why y'all call me phone for? We both know who you are. I'm not running you from away from, but give me time. Look, eh? And you are running the show. Go run your own show, man. You want to give you place we come find to come aggravate me? Eh? Keep your fucking mouth shut and everything else shut. You put your everything. Yeah? Just keep it shut. Come off. Why you call me phone by private phone? No. Right now, me say enough is say nothing. Wait till the other people then come if you want to talk to them, you talk to them. You stand on there and you try to tell people this, that. But remember, you know, me no body share, you know. I saw me steal. But I'm my mother, you seeing me right now. Yeah? You want come and you take over my blood, not Cinti, girl. Me know say me who so I man is Zenawi calling Warahid black man, whatever. You are all of them Satan demon. Yeah? I'm in trouble. Make your stand there. You might learn something by the end of the year. Yeah? You might learn something. No, I go viet my spirit. No, make me be the bad side of Mama Lou today. Me want to be the good side. And me want to celebrate our life and move on with my life. The damage what you do it to me. April, May, June, July. Yeah? Me have your 12 page witness statement, yeah, madam. So me done the argument. You want to stay upon your darling. Shut your mouth, no write nothing there till other people come in. When I say, not another, if you put nothing more than me banish you. Yes, and it belongs to you. Go get your one from YouTube. Be there for you. And you know lie too. But you ain't there too. When lie come in the day, you ain't there. Yeah? Remember me saying, no put nothing else in that chat letting the other people enjoy if anybody else join. And if nobody else join, no put nothing in there. You're the pan your eyelash right and now me blink you drop off. What me say? You the pan your eyelash, as me granny say, you blink you drop off and banish me about it. So you want to see that so? And why you want to come to here? Yeah? Well, I go date you, I go date me as soon as me come by how much you name or whatever. Eh? Where you call me phone now for? Where you call me phone for? Me not say you call me phone. You don't have nothing to do. Thank you very much. Respect you. See? Me make sure say me not trouble. Make you live with your conscience. Respect is due. Yeah? On my platform. You can come, but be nice. No come here, come trigger me. You know exactly what you're doing. I'm done. You see, me leave you to your conscience, darling. I leave you to your conscience. It's my mother's birthday. I've been through hell. Yeah? It would have been 2 days before her 90th birthday. I said my final goodbye to her. I was supposed to start off. You did wait for me to come in. Give me time then now. Are you around this show? Go get for your show around it. You have your black awards and something. So when you come here and come and forget me for? Yeah? You on YouTube in a cohorts. Who you and them in a cohorts. Harrison, whatever you make so much name. And you forget certain details when you chat certain details. And your friend is where come drape me up. I'm making a joke, Sheena. Yeah? And then you're going to get Carl Grant Awards. Yeah? Come on for that. You see me leave you? You're welcome to stay. But on a free platform. Now come here, come aggravate my darling. But say me I go celebrate my mother. Let me get on with it. Yeah? Me promise to stop curse. And what did you do? And when you come tell me you're proud of me, you just go away. But you don't see me not do nothing to you today. Make you live with your conscience, girl. Yeah? And when I come talk about, oh, I'm so proud of you, you were calm and you were whatever. And you come here and see if you can tell me out. Yeah? I come here come to control me up. Satan depend you. Move, Satan, move. See that? And that's me out here. See that? And that's me out here. Now everything for everything. Now. How much year of my life on your take away? Let me live. See that? And that's me out here. Okay, people, forget that tirade. Satan, you can't prevail. For God's work is going on. Satan, 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 you can't prevail. Today, as I'm sat right here, I've had the opportunity to leave my house this morning and go and get some stock up. And I'm back to celebrate the life of my mother, Pearlie Louise Chambers Nemhart, Mama Lou, the Saturday Lou, Mama Lou with the one joint and Nemhart, and the rest is Chambers. So me take out my ring then. My mother, Miss Lou, was born on the 26th of January 1924 at Caney, Hewlin Town, Townhead, Westmoreland, Jamaica, West Indies. I'm like trying to find out where I have some things. I wrote for my joint social media, that was Facebook. That's the first one I joined. After coming back from holidays, 2009, summer of 2009, I joined Facebook and I've been writing stories until I had 18 pages on Facebook covering subjects from the cradle to the grave. Until 2024, I signed up to go on Des O'Connor's Women in Business. So that was when I had to go back to Facebook because I had that account and then I had to take out another one when Facebook had taken away my account. So I took one out in my husband's name. So I eventually got that. So I'm telling you the essence of the story. Yeah? Because you come here now doing that to distract me from what I'm doing. I'm no big head, but you see me here. You should have seen me sat there watching the whatever. And from I saw you retract that message, it was telling me something. Learn from a pro. Yeah? So I had to go update the Facebook page because I paid to go on Desi's live thing. And the next thing I know, that was in that period of time, we were robbed in Peckham. So lost passport lost. All this is Santander's fault. Passport lost, marriage certificate lost, money gone, everything gone. Them just pick everything. And them still delaying, but they're pushing forward whatever it is. So this is it. Facebook come and said something about something, and I needed to provide what that ID. So I had copies of the old passport. So No care what me put there. Until Facebook just disabled my account that it's not authentic. You imagine now. My account with my mother's zoology with 7,000 odd views. Another one when they murdered Charmaine Marbier with 3,000 odd views. Yeah? And my account disabled, it wasn't authentic. And now Facebook, the little one that's there, I don't use it. Okay. Because now Facebook want me to go write something so somebody, they can make money. LinkedIn take 3 accounts, the first one with 69 publications. I saw them take and I saw them take and I saw them suspend and I saw them TikTok. I joined TikTok. When Andrew Holness, my son lose the election, he was a counselor. I went to the dentist one day, I just stood out there and conjure match up Jamaica. That's all I do. 55K views, 300 and odd comments. As somebody is saying, so all this old man you know about social media. And my ideas are big brand. Yeah? You did it, I do whatever. You did it, I do whatever. But you not like the thing. So what you did it for? Remember me said, don't write another thing in there. Else me block you, me take you off of you. Yeah? So everything gone. And then Twitter back me up. Instagram of this, and I saw them that I like take from me. Like I went Dranko, like I went Pichiri sitting at Dranko back. That's why I'm there today, and the spirit in me, and me make one for happen, and me put it out there. And I saw on me, I make one, and put it out there. And me make them up on the spot. But now me I go find out for copyright. Me pay for copyright me thing. Yeah? I was celebrating my brother's birthday. What did Satan do? And then police came here on that day. And I have it here. And they stand up right there. I'm going to sort this place up. I'm thinking if I can get a shelf or two to put up my thing. So today is the beginning of the rest of my life, the day my brother was born. And I have something and I'm trying to find out where they are. Or maybe they're just on thing. So I probably don't have them. Maybe I left it. But I have copies of my mother's. I have copies of my mother's christening paper, baptismal paper that is christening, baptism, ting. But the biggest thing is I heard my mom's story in January before she died. And then that cemented everything. Why I'm so proud. There was a time when I resented certain things, but you have to take on whatever is ordained for you. So today I'm eating. I'm full. All I have some dirty dishes in the sink in the kitchen. So I do that later. But as I said, I'm finding things to do to keep me focused. Yeah. So this is me just willy-nilly talking about my mama as the memories come. Maybe I'll do some singing because I'll tell you how my parents moved. And I'll honor my husband's brother in that he just passed and he told me that he knew my great grandmother. My great grandmother was Martha Cooks, married Sanders. So they came out of St. Elizabeth near border. So that's how the mix up come. I haven't been to Ancestry for a long time. That's where I have a lot of information like about And this one is Charles, my great grandparents and stuff. So I need to cement whatever it is I've learned. But today is Mama Lou's day. And as I said, I didn't plan anything. It's not willy nilly. Willy nilly. So I'm charging up my phone. And I don't know what that is not attaching, but yeah. But I need to sort out this place paper and make it into our working station. So here we have, I'm going to start because this is the first known picture. I have it here somewhere, small, but I don't know. As I said, I didn't plan it. Yes, I'll have them here. But it will come when I showed this yesterday. This is the first known picture. I got it enlarged. It was just a tiny one. So this is my grandfather, Claudius Chambers. And this is my grandmother, Elsie Adina Sanders Chambers. And this is my mother, Pearline Louise Chambers Nemhart. And this is her friend. The story is entwined. Connie Jardine Legister. Miss Connie is my second son's grandmother. Yeah. So it was Miss Connie who told me, and then Ballis chipped in. My mom wasn't a talker. When you get something out of her, you got it. So mom wasn't much of a talker. Mom didn't know how to communicate that way. When mom tell you one thing, that's it. You have to make of it what you will. Like she will tell you, say, you ask her something and she tell you, say, if you don't know where you soon find out. And so my time when you go find out, you know, like it, but what she can do. Because she couldn't explain. I have no clue when this photograph was taken. But I said it was back in the days people used to go around. What I noticed when I started taking mom's picture, because mom only told me how she lost part of her thumb back in a coconut. So you see from back them days, women were doing just as much as what men were doing. And there was a burden of responsibility on my mother, especially since my uncle. Grandma only raised two children. I think she had other children, but they died. Because I found some, yes, and me a hold and me always a clean out. So both my mom and my grandmother and my granny were holders. And I am a holder, and it's my son Valdin registered as a holder in the family. So you go there and you'll find things, important things that Val keep. So when I was cleaning out grandma's house, Gangan, I found my sister's birth certificate. I found some birth certificates for my other children that my granny had. And I also found birth certificates for my granduncle's children. My grandma had them. So that's how I knew my sister was actually Giovanni, not Yvonne. And I know my sister was born in November, but I don't remember the date. So my sister was born November 1948. And maybe she died about 1953. So that would be 40, 49, 50, 51, 52, 50. So my sister would have been about 5 years old when she died. Epilepsy hit. But my grandfather said it was his twin sister was playing with her too hard. You hear them story there? That's how they could work it out. But it was simple. So what they would say, Duppy lick her. But the Duppy didn't lick her because it was her auntie. The Duppy was playing with her and playing with her too hard. So be careful how you play with children. You don't get they don't make up stories and blame you for certain things because I've seen so many things happen, especially in the country, working in the earlier sector. They set you up and they stitch you up. Like they have a something Montrose in by proxy. Those things used to register in my head. So yeah, so here I am. The voice is coming back because sometimes the voice gets affected. I need to get some massage or something. Now I'm registered on I need to go to the new GP to get sorted out. Yeah. So once I'm registered as a GP, don't know how for so long. So yes, this is basically it. So as I said, I'm in a better frame of mind. I had some proper food. Yes, when I was going, there was a man, the bus driver. The bus driver. So he was making an announcement. He was making an announcement. So of course I thought he sounded really special making the announcement. So I was complimenting. So what did he? Oh, I must leave him. Let him get on with his job. So I told him a piece of my mind and get off at the bus stop and wait on another bus. Yeah. And then when after I make sure I record it so I know when I'm ready. Oh, I should record it. No, I don't have no space on my phones. I need to clean up them all. Don't know if there's any on my phone. I need to clean up my phone so I have them because I'll be going out doing my job. And yes, I made some lovely recording at Mars Lloyd's. And I came spruce up and said, let me make a difference. So as of my clothes for the occasion, Chinese New Year, that and anything and whatever spirit takes me, I'm in it. So it's spirit coming all sorts of way. Duppy spirit, whatever Holy Spirit, that the spirit, and some other. So yes, this is the story of Mama Lou. I already told you. So my grandmother came from Bronte in Westmoreland. Yes, I've been to Bronte. And my grandfather came from Grangeville, Westmoreland. My great grandparents were land barons in Grangeville. They had a whole lane, Chambers Lane, named after them. I didn't know much, as I said, about my other side of the family. Yes, I knew my granduncle who lived in America because I remember meeting him once he came out. He was, I think, Adventist minister, and his wife was from Guyana or something like that. But I met him once, and my uncle wasn't tall like granduncle wasn't tall like he was one of the short ones. And I remember he had red hair. So my brother Asher also had red hair. What else can I say? Yeah, I think the Sanders family were well to do as well. I knew some of my granny's people, Grandma Loretta King, and then she married named Walker. Used to live in Kingston. I've been there. When I remember the address, I'll tell you. And then I remember Miss Marjorie used to live at Alexander Road. I went to Miss Marjorie's funeral after I left. When I went home for holiday. Yeah, Bronte. Miss Marjorie used to sell mixed what you call it now, the whatever, and sell meat cuttings. That's how Miss Margie make her living. And there was Miss Loretta, and there were some other ones. Because they came to Gangram's funeral, so I knew of them. And then I met my uncle man, and I understand, not understand. Uncle man was a Rasta. But as I said, I didn't know much. What I know, I heard, what I knew about, especially my mother's side, is what I heard. And as I said, mom wasn't a talker. But what I knew about dad's family because my father was a talker and he was a doer and he was a storyteller. And then he also, because I've never, it was only when I was bigger. I've never been taken to my, although we lived in the same parish, Westmoreland, I was never taken to my mother's people. Never. Only heard stories. But my father used to take us every year on pilgrimage. Every year my father used to take us. I know for me, the younger one especially, it was go to Hadu, leave from town where we live, go to Hadu, pick up something, then we go somewhere and we get the train, and then we come off the train and we walk some to go up to Aberdeen. But I'm from Walker family because my father, see, I'm telling you the story about my mother, but I have to include that. So my father actually walked from St. Elizabeth to Westmoreland to find work. So we know shy people of work. And that's why I do a lot of walking. Because as you can see, once I was fat, I'm too thin now because of the eating disorder and whatever. I try as best I can. But when I developed, I was on borderline diabetes. So then there was this walk away from diabetes. Desmond probe, I done all these things here. I started walking one bus stop, so you understand diabetes. I didn't know that diabetes was on my other side. The walking story. I started borderline diabetes, started walking one bus stop till I was walking 11 bus stop in under an hour. From Edgeway Road all the way to New whatever to come pick up the number one. That's how I know my endurance. I know what I can take. I know this, I know that, I know the other. So I'm going to put this away now, as I said. I have the original here. I got it blown up. Where did I get it done? I don't remember now. Yeah, but you can see those days, the style of shoes. So you can see both. But let me tell you, you see me, you see the cutout toe here, then it lays around there, same like my mother. The young good thing me, I tell you, say, I saw my mother foot broad. My mother foot broad. And my brother has to come get you and they say I never had foot, but I never had foot. Yeah? So they were in the latest styles of the time. Can you not see? Yeah. This Connie is wearing necklace. I can't see Mama wear. If Mama was wearing necklace, I can't see it because her dress is high. It looks like Mama has a bunch of flowers. And Miss Connie has a little handbag. I can't see Mama. Yeah. And my uncle, my grandfather was Papa Torres. So I never knew my grandfather. And I never, mom used to talk about her auntie. So that was the one who wanted her to teach her to do posh baking. But because of responsibility, she couldn't take it up. You know where I went and found my auntie's picture? Online. And I saw that picture. And if you see that picture, you see my auntie, you see my mother, and you see me. And I reached out hoping somebody would contact me, but no takers. So I don't know much about my mother's side. Didn't find much information. And whoever I find, they were very. But I make no reservations in saying my mother's. Maybe that's why grandfather walked away and leave everything behind the richness and everything. Because they were snobs. They were snobs. That's all I can say about it. My mother's side of the family were snobs. They were well to do, but they were snobs. Not the uncle I knew in America because I met him once, he came to my house once, but he used to write and send things for my mother. I remember that. When they get everything they sent, he sent Uncle Charles. So my father was Charles and my uncle was Charles. But he was a yes, boss. Yeah, man, me reach long time. But guess what? Eh? It's a reconnect. Okay, done. That was the boss calling me, but the connection wasn't good, so it cut off. Yeah, you there, one? I, you hear me? Yeah. Yeah, man, me reach one good while, but guess what? The cover didn't come off of this something, so somebody that's where lucky thing me see it. It come off of the drinks. But I know much, I'll just little bit. Yeah, man, so me reach one man at the meeting. Yeah, man, so take it easy. All right, cool. You know when people take up, you know when people take up then synth on YouTube coming down a Philip phone. Let me go on YouTube go find me. But send you synth on YouTube. Me had too much. My phone pack up. You know when nobody take nothing from YouTube. Send it come down the phone. Yeah? Let me go on YouTube go find me. If everybody take up, if everybody take up, If everybody take a couple of things to send them now, what I want, me not have space for my phone. Me send a message to them and now. Right, so that is my slide calling me to find out if I reach. Okay. So what was I saying? Yeah, I'm just telling my story as it comes to me about yeah. Yeah, so you call blouse Facebook and all. Me no want when no mass yourself on Facebook. Leave me alone. Yeah? But you banish me and take away all of my things. So you say no then say. Me no want see them. You know see it. Me done with them. Yeah? So like me no want nobody come here to come trigger me. Yeah? Or set up for your platform. You know so me set up for my platform. Yeah? Because when me and like it done, we have to get by. Yeah? You don't beg nobody nothing. You don't name nobody yard. You must somebody yard me now, name a yard like this. Yeah? Last week, me I celebrate my brother's birthday. I went. Police come. Let police come now. So what I was saying, yeah? So these, at the time, I think my mom and Miss Connie had the best. And my grandma, you see her hat? Yeah? The best. Yeah? And they went and do their photo shoot. I don't know where to do it. Or maybe somebody like Harry Jacobs. This might be priceless. One day. And that's why I have my husband's mother and John. I knew John. John died. And then John told me he used to come in our street. I knew John's mother as well. So that's why I'm saluting our mothers. Because when I heard my mom's story, it was like, oh my God, can one woman endure so much and live to tell the testimony? I created the legacy. Well, I created for my mom when I wrote her eulogy. I wrote my mom a eulogy that got the recognition, got her the recognition she didn't have in her heyday. And Facebook disabled my thing that it's not authentic. And now sending me who said what. Oh, there is something you haven't seen and it will disappear. Let it disappear and go along, man. Where you bother me email, man. Me no want to see them, man. Who write this out? Because what? You will never be able what I have established. Because it's basically my ideas build all your brands. And that's why you see a rapper, you talk everything in one, But you see, if sitting on hot bud, fly all night. That's why me I tell no girl no compare. Me used to look on Facebook and somebody did accept, but it was like a banter. So he would say something and I'd come back with something. It wasn't malicious. Eh? 550. You're the pound this up. You catch over this up before me even close it down. So you did there wait. You know how nothing figure? Well, look after that money. I'm going to start see who else you can scam. Not sit down and wait for me sitting. Yeah? 556, 556, 557, 557, 558, 558, 559, 6, 601, 602, 603. 5 a minute. Eh? And then you are on this thing. Don't you see you're an idiot? Don't you see you're an idiot? You are an idiot. Huh? You're a troll. You're a stalker. Learn something, at least learn some sense. And then you come call me house phone and call me mobile. YouTube not have nothing over me now. You know. I mean, I make sure I say, when me I send me thing there, me filter so now naked picture or whatever. You see first time, I when me check YouTube, you know, and can go put back there, you know, they say me or whatever, with them one thing. YouTube make feel great, fool them. You see what me and Lila come with? People suggest it, food. We go there today, they make some recording, rice and peas, vegetable, oxtail, and he give me my fish careful. So I have my fish out there. And he make the thing and me do it. So then some of the time I go and make sure I say me catch everything from scratch. For people want to see these things. Yeah? And me get me stuck and me come in. So people want to see these things. Over there, have it. Guineas, punch. They go, he gave me half of a pear. And then he said, look what I'm going to do with mine. And then he just blended it up with a ripe banana, sweetened it with some honey. You know, we tip little rum and liquor, you know, in a come on, in a deep flavor. Little nutmeg, little this and little spices and little that. And I got there, I got my porridge, plantain and oats porridge. So at least I had somewhere to go. And whilst I was there, I met somebody in Peckham. It's about church, and I was called. So the person is gonna call me when at a more convenient time. So soon I'll be able. Maybe I feel like going to church. I go to church. So I'm not buried in this place, this dungeon. So I have London syndrome, and people kicking my door and slamming door in my head and calling police on me and calling ambulance on me. Am I a Jekyll and a Hyde? Yeah? I come, you want to go know my business, you go do whatever. If you want to come, stay on one side and keep quiet. But realize that this is a few platform of me. Yeah? But did I never want to tell people foolishness? I have a 12-page letter here. And all I need to do is go back and find those emails. And whatever Harrison or whatever you've done. And I have some messages from Liz where she said, if she asked you to lend me the money, ask me to lend her you the money. You don't come with your foolishness. Yeah? You and your solicitor where you can go. You and Trevor, you and them there. You're housing for women, you're on police, you're on bank, you're Southern Council, you're all of them. These are 12 page letter here. You write it, not me. I know what letter I write. So when they're going to tell me foolishness, I have their names. Not if I don't have their names. And even the judge, district judge son, one who sent four sitting in a one envelope come. Whether a man or a woman, they're going to get it. And that's why God says, celebrate your mother's birthday. Get on with your life. You've lost 11 years. The date I said my final goodbye to my mother, because now I have something on my head. It's like I need to be freedom. I can't have too much. That's why I don't wear certain dresses. Anyway, yeah? So I'm reminiscing on the mother. So my mother, born at Caney, so those people have enclosed family line. So Caney, the Hewlins live there, the Bernards live there, and that's where my grandfather lived. That's where my grandfather is buried. That's where my sister is buried, and that's where my grandaunt is buried. So I understand my grandfather was twin. So when my grandfather was leaving, he took his sister with him, the same way like with the Nemhard family. My grandfather and his brother William Nemhard, Old Hammer, they went to Aberdeen. So I know more about them than others. There were others, but didn't know so much about others. So you see, siblings in family tend to cling together. So in my grandfather's mother's side, it was my grandfather took his twin with him, and in my father's side, it was yes, it's cooling down. It was Uncle William Nemhard, and their spelling was different. There was a T on the end, yet they're the same. And Charles went to Aberdeen. The little I know also about my grandma, apart from what my grandma's family, apart from what, because that was the storyteller, is what I found online. So I know Mills and Thomas and the whole world. I haven't been to Ancestral for a long time, but I actually set up a family tree there because I also found information about my husband's family on there as well. I set up a family tree for my brother Astor. So I have two family trees on on there. Nobody's not helping me, so I do what I can do. But now I'm going to be more proactive because these must be cemented with history. I found some other information on there. Uh, when I'm going home, I'm just going to take what I can take, especially those treasured memories. And that's it. So now I'm comfortable, I'm happy. I am my own boss. I'm not that lonely. And I've been speaking to other people. I am one person in particular. So I've spoken to him now recently 2 times because they were back on the back burner. Yeah? So when me I talk my business and my store, me no want nobody come and talk about next man. I know for your business, especially you. Yeah? I have your 12 pages now. You're right about my husband of come talk. Oh, I'm proud of you and whatever. But proud of yourself and tell me 10,000 pounds come give me. You don't know who my mother was. You don't know who my mother was. Yeah? So yes, my mother grew up at Caney. That's a little incline. But what you need to know is Townhead. Yeah? So I guess also, yes, my mother was born at Caney, where my grandfather is buried, where my grand auntie is buried, where my sister Giovanni was buried. And when mom died, there was problem with the water because we have a dry pond, and at the time the water came. So they had asked to let mama bury on there, but whatever it was. So mom is the only one that's not buried on our land. She's buried on the cemetery. I think maybe that son might be buried there as well, the cemetery. But since my brother didn't let me have anything to do with anything, so I keep myself circumspect. But that was during the time when they send me possession letter. My brother is dying with cancer. Another one, blood vessel burst in his head, so he spent his 60th birthday in hospital. So he has a bit of disability. So said he's waiting on whatever. That means his wife can't work and yeah. But God is good though. Because our fear, me and my brother, was we wouldn't live to be our father's age or even healthy. He has a little bit of disability. It could be worse. Can you imagine a person recovered from a blood vessel bursting inside to be here? It's a miracle. And I want to encourage him now to use that golden voice of his because I didn't know how well my brother could sing or can sing until at my mother's funeral. I was like in awe. And I want him to use that voice. So I'm gonna try and link up, have some link up so we can do some singing together. If it's even to record it and put it out there. So this is me in reflective mood, as I said. My clothes is still hanging on the radiator, but it's cooling down. It was hot. And I have my, I have my water because I've had the drinks today. I've ate a lot today. Because I get up this morning, I had brown bread and bun with butter and one mug of coffee, sweetened with sweet milk, because I guess I need the energy. And I got to Lloyd and I got porridge. And after that, I had my proper dinner, whole big bite of dinner. And I had two different drinks. I had Guinea sponge. I had pear and mango blended up. And I had carrot and pineapple. Some of my Guinea sponge threw away because the cover came out. And I have food storage. So here we go. I'm just being me, reflecting on Mama's life. So, Mom went to the local primary school. It's still there. All of us went there. Townhead Primary School. There's a heat going through my body although this thing is long. My mom, people said whatever. I don't know the level of whatever. What do you say? When a person spell and pronounce, my mother would spell out everything, so she knew the letters. So I think I would say my mother, I wouldn't say, first time I would say my mom couldn't, but she spell and pronounce. That's what mom did. So she see something there, but I don't know if she pronounced, but she spelled. So she would call out the letters. So maybe if mom had teaching, she would have whatever. So if, say for example, I see Jamaica land we love, mom would call out the Jamaica, but I don't know if she was I wasn't versed enough to know if she, when she called out the letters, she could pronounce it. But I know she would be able to. She knew the letters. So I don't know if when she say Jamaica, she would be able to say Jamaica. When she say Land, she would be able to say land. I don't know. And my mom, she could write. And she was one of those who, what do you call those titles for writing? But when you see my mom do her R, it was, especially her R, it was amazing. So yes, my mom could write. And my mom could sing. And I learned that my Melzy told me that my great grandmother was also a singer. So that's a Bantu. So I'm like trying to understand because there was Cooks and I'm trying to there was another name I'm trying to remember. I have to go check. I'm visualizing my grandmother because Melzy described her. And I'm trying to remember the other Sanders. There was another name that I came across in my genealogy. But my Melzy described my grandmother as, so I'm seeing a short lady. So I'm wondering if the Bantu side of my granny, that nose, my granny's nose wasn't broad. It was flat and like, would look like Chinese. Just flat, flat, and, and then she had the tiny eyes. And then it came out in other generation and people were asking if there was Chinese in the family. So I was, and then she had the dimple and she was short. I don't know if that's why. So at one said I thought there was Chinese and even the younger generation were asking if there Chinese in the family. So it was actually because I'd done the DNA thingy and I have, as I said, I have two sets of Bantu tribes, Southern and Western. So then I went to some event, same place where I meet Mimi Owusu. Yeah, that's where I went. I met. And oh no, don't tell me that it's gone. Oh, Satan. Yeah. And somebody, we're talking about tribe and whatever, and somebody showed me a picture of the Bantu tribe. And I was like, I could picture my granny right there. You see how Satan strong? You know, that's why I don't do one thing. You know. Oh, fuck you, I don't know why this thing just disappears. But you know what? I'm not stressing myself. Yes, Satan is always. Yes, Satan is at work. Move, Satan, move. But the church is moving on. Trying gonna get flustered or anything like that. Right, right now, right, and I'm not interested in it right now. I don't know why you decide to change on me. Mm, mhm. Anyway, such is the life when Satan is at work. Where is it? Can't find it. Yeah. I hear the voice of the Naaman say, Babylon, you're truly gone down, down, down. Babylon, you're truly. Fuck you, I'm going. Where me sitting there? Where gone? Yeah? Little rascal. I will fly away to moon, away home. You see these people? Huh. All right, so all that gone, but Satan, get thee behind me, Satan, get thee behind me. So all of that gone, but you see me, that's why me no rely upon one thing. You know, dictate terms to me, right? Right now, me no want to look back on nothing. Don't go and do what me I do, because me want to know when me sitting gone. And me one in here, so me I find things to do, so I don't go back where I'm coming from. Lord, oh my Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. Lord, oh my Lord, make me an instrument of thy peace. When my brother hates me, then let me love him. In my heart, I always love him. She texted me. It was my first husband's house. 17 Benchworth House. I'm sitting just gone. Look at that. 17 Benchworth House, Robsart Street, Stockwell, London SW9 OBN. Have I still got this dress? Yeah, I do still have it. And as I said, I need to get the keyboard back on that. And I'm not worrying my head about nothing. I'm taking it one day at a time and living my best life from here. to eternity. And I'm trying to remember. So it might be spinning there all right, so I'm not gonna even let it bother me because that's what it just disappeared. That's what they do when it comes to me. So that's why I have to have different things. I have to clean off my phone. I have to set up the space, change my curtains. Because I say it's one day at a time. I need to go make sure I go. I'm signed up again to another GP. So I'm just reflecting and say things as I remember. No stress on me. I'm stressing myself anymore. I remember when I bought this food, see, it would be spinning all night. But I don't let it bother me. I remember when I bought this food. I'm very part. You know, I used to buy things. I have some of them they're peeling off, and I'm gonna throw them out. Yeah, Clarks. I'm a Clarks baby. So it will be spinning all night because that's how they trick us. But that's why I don't have one thing. I have more than one. So today it's a reflection. Yeah. So now, as I said, it might be spinning all night. They do it with spinning. Yeah, because they can't deal with me. They will have to block me out and keep me silent. So I'm making up for the last times. Okay, so this gonna be spinning around, spinning around. I'll try something else. So everybody want to distract me or distract me. I want to get on with my life. I don't follow no crowd. I don't follow the crowd. Oh, come on. It's not what I want. Okay, is that? So that's that one. So here was the one I was doing on the crowd. Let's see if I change it to the no, come on. All right. Yeah. So it gone up to 180 now. Let's see how long. When me bring on my things, let me see how long. Yeah, the thing say you're going to keep me down. I'm learning to survive on my own. Stop depending on people. So I know whatever whatever. No way. It's a different me. It's a different me and the same me. It's a different me and the same me. It is a different me, but also a same me. Nobody thinks ain't begging nobody nothing. Yeah. Have no need to beg anybody anything. To find somewhere else go. But I mean somebody else. Come like you mean evil. Some of you are evil. How come on Tim? So slow. Because I don't know where all that went. That's how they harvest their thing and take it. But I'm in relaxed mood, as I said. I am fed and watered, and my brain is getting there by the Holy Ghost. And if you call on me like Jesus, hear you, he will answer. When the Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Then Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. The inspiration of the teachers and listener to the preachers and listener to the altar, soul and fire. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it from Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. The inspiration of the preachers and listeners, the altar, soul and fire. Blessed Holy Ghost came down, they fall on Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. The inspiration of the preachers and listener to the altar, soul and fire. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. The inspiration of the preachers and listeners to the altar, soul and fire. Blessed Holy Ghost came down and it fall on Zion. So I am talking my story and telling my story that is spinning around, but I won't let it bother me. I am happy. I am comfortable. My hands are steady. And I have Jesus with me. And I hope to, yeah. Huh? Who number you want? Yeah. But you know when you say none of breadfruit when you get come to me, when you say none come to picture and simply come to me. Then when you do the breadfruit, yes, you said me send away Clive, I pick the breadfruit. You said nothing when you do the breadfruit. Mm. So me say when you know when you do the breadfruit, you don't say none come to me. When I send boiled bread food, come give me. When I send roast bread food, come give me. When I send nothing, come give me. You think that's how business go? You gone. Roy got scammed. Now the scammer is using his identity to scam other victims. Mm. I sir. Yes, Lisa. Yes, Lisa. Yes, may I hear you? Okay. So me have to spell out everything. If me say me need things, you did see me talk to me son. You did see me talk to me son. Huh? Okay. Okay. My fault. That I assume you would have known. Sorry. All right. Me I go send your client number. Okay. You hear me? Mm-hmm. And then they sitting there, me say me need something to do something to represent whatever. Then they sitting there, no important, they know so then and when me ask say, can you do so and so? That's a classic thing. Me go roast breadfruit. Me go get breadfruit and my cousin all the way I would say part. Me carry breadfruit that country. Me roast breadfruit. Me show them how mama Ratty used to catch up fire and put Cynthia and roast breadfruit and whatever. Ratty used to all climb breadfruit tree. Even if me not go further than the nearest slim to go, but me also climb breadfruit tree. Yeah? So me send climb number come here. And them they sit down and understand what me I try to do. And when me say, oh, so what you want to do whatever. If I even when me come there last time, understand roast, then he's give me the breadfruit, understand roast the breadfruit, and take it for a picture with the salsa, and come and you give me none of the breadfruit. And I saw come and a bad shit me attack. I took me and him in an argument. Me and him in an argument and then in trouble my breadfruit. The same thing. And then I remember. Yeah? And when me ask, I will name again. Me I look for your number for send it. We send it come again. So me don't know how one know have Clive number. No, okay. You old thieving man. You old thieving man. Me just see them at our news, but when they steal the phone, them then go to China and they redo whatever and whatever. All thief in, me care about that they want to sell and go, me not go back and shop. Me can turn with it. Sorry? Nobody not tell me more and me just, nobody not tell me more and me just realize, say, this man a con man, to all of them a con. Yeah? Yeah? So me just can't go again. Me no go back. But me even want the phone when me put the, me no see no WhatsApp or nothing there for but me no make it bother me. You see me send your number come here, right? But me I celebrate my mom. Me I celebrate my mother's birthday. When me go lie down, me get food and me get drink. All some of the Guinness punch. So this sitting on good. The cover come off. So me I try for me I try. Oh, me talk to Pinky. And Pinky now they are Jamaica and they are Canada. Mm. You can tell them say I new stepfather. All right, so me send your number come here. Okay. Yeah, me hear you. Me I try to do a thing. So me I do certain things nowadays. No help. No go get breadfruit. Okay, you send it where they or whatever. Send it roast if you no boil. If you no do roast breadfruit, send roast breadfruit. If you no boil, use it. Breadfruit boil little soup, send it come. Me I try to do me thing. No, me can't rely upon no for nothing. I'm not gonna happen. Where you want? Where you want? Whatever, ignorant. Yeah? Tell me can go like that. I mean like did there and we do it now me get the record. Why me can't do nothing? Yeah? And you have pick up phone and come call me from private number. Huh? You can't even make me settle down. 56, 56, 57, 57, 58, 58, 59, 6, 601, 602, 603. You did that tie me up. And then I come pick up me, I come call my phone from your phone and me or whatever. I want to see a man saying ambulance and police coming on already. Hmm? So ambulance and police will get it. Hmm? All of the fucking do I send me, I send something in my email. Let me know how nothing for you, whatever. You know what, nothing about lunchtime, nothing. Go away. Watch Aviva pension. When I send them, they shouldn't come give me fat. You know why nothing in that? Me live with whatever. Me have some dirty something in my kitchen. Me have to get back my life together. You know why no deep pan on candy crush, nothing. Yeah? Want me space for myself. So what did I what else do I know? So I'm talking the story. I'm not in a hurry. It's just 1927. And So Mama lived where he grew up. Mama lived where he was born. Went to the local Baptist church. Went to the local primary school. I don't know if her education went further than primary school. Probably at the time that was that. Christened at the local Baptist church. Back then, that was the church in the area. There wasn't a lot of church then, but later on, more were established. So that was it. The Baptist church was the main church. So Mama was christened at that local Baptist church. So was I. Mama was christened there. She was baptized there and she was married there. I'm sure I have something. That's for another thing. And if I don't have them, I have them on picture. Maybe I have them on picture. But that's for another thing. As I said, it's one day at a time. Me, myself, and I. And then I understand Mom was working because Mom said her auntie wanted to teach her to do posh baking. So my auntie Clarice, Grandaunt Clarice, was a posh baker. But because of responsibilities, Mom couldn't take up the offer. But Mom was a wicked otherwise. You just throw things together and you make toto and you make blue jars and you make everything. Mom was good at that. So I can do a little bit of that. But I guess posh baking must be in my DNA. But certain things in my DNA, I didn't take it up. But like Mama Lou, I can throw things together and just do my thing. Like as I said, when I'm cooking, I don't measure, I just put things to it. And I can cook a whole meal and don't taste it. I judge. I guess when if I'm doing especially for us, I might. But otherwise I just season my meat overnight. Especially I'm cooking meat. So I season my meat overnight. Love to season my meat overnight. If I'm cooking rice and peas, I put this peas to soak overnight. Because that tenderizes. I know Mr. Lloyd give me idea. I have plantain in there. I might get up tomorrow and make some plantain porridge. I have oats also. I have cornmeal. Small portion. I need to clean up them things. So yes, I understand Mom was working at Fontibel. Mom was working at Fontibel. So Mom told us the story of how they tried her. These Bakra Massa people. So she was probably working in posh people's home as a helper. Mom do all those work. And Mom said they used to test her. So they would leave their money lying around to test her. Yeah. But Mom wasn't tempted. And maybe that's why Mom in the end became the banker for the partner. So I'm just because I have nothing else to do. I've been to Lloyd and I came back and I have nothing to do. And this is like the healing. So I did Byron the other day and the police came here and that was a lovely view. Let them come back now. And from morning she get up and I'm singing and this. So singing is a problem. So she makes sure she comes sweep yard and you hear them saying I'm there. I am in here. I am in here. Remember I barricade myself in here. And you're gonna make yourself. You see the pattern? So I have a pattern there. You come from work to whatever. I have to talk these things. Where are they now? Anybody else that defame my name, they're gonna pay for it. So yes, mom was working at on the estate. So back then you call it help. I don't know if you call it help or whatever you call it, but she was working. Mom worked. And that's how mom meet dad. So dad Papa. Papa walked from St. Elizabeth to Westmoreland to find work. And then I heard another version. Papa didn't leave directly from St. Elizabeth. Papa learned tailoring. So there's dressmaking and tailoring in my family. And my brother Balis learned just natural. And my granny had one eye as a result of the scissors her mother, the scissor fell out of her mother's hand in grandma's eyes as a baby. So grandma was blinded from she was a baby. Accident. And that was one of the reasons. So grandma has had one eye. And that was one of the reasons. So she got teased also. Grandma got teased as a result of her one eye. And that strengthened grandma. So grandma was a fighter too. I don't know if my grandma swear or anything like that. I'm talking more about dad's mother. So she was I have to mix up the story so you know who my mom is. So scissors fell out of grandma's mother's hand, straight in her eye, baby. Sometimes I try to reenact those things. That's why I safeguarding. I guess my grandma's mom must have lived her life thinking about what if. As a result, I guess my granny was teased because the reason I understand my grandfather chose my granny over the other women. Granddad had other children, five other children. I don't know if it was the same person. Yeah, grandpa was a wild man, and grandpa I understand. I always thought my grandpa was black, but I figured out he was short. But I asked Auntie Tilling the other day, and Auntie Tilling said no, he was browning. And of course, grandma is browning, so I don't know who was browner. And I don't know if Auntie Tilly is in that state now where she can because I understand she's not walking, she's crippled up. I'm gonna try and call Tina, see whatever. I haven't spoken to her since latest. So all those things bothering me because when I hear that my auntie is hungry and things like that, it bothers me. I can't take up everybody's burden. I do what I can. So yes, so mom was working on the estate. Dad had his little, what they call it. So they had place for the workers to live. And my father used to get prize for keeping his place clean. So it's something in us. So when I hear all this defamation and blah blah blah, yeah, I'm keeping my cool because there's a God, a mighty God who reigns. So by my father getting job on the premises, West Indies Sugar Company Limited, Home Division, my father was a common laborer, chop cane and work on the estate. Used to get prize I hear for upkeep of his place. And mom was working back then I don't know what you call it. But in my time they said you're a helper. Yes, I done that work too. live at people's place and do the work. And so that's how they meet. So there was another couple. So Miss Connie now, maybe on the picture. She's also a Westmoreland girl, but she comes from further up. And yeah, I knew Miss Connie mother, one time Miss Connie mother was at Miss Elsie and my grandmother used to take care of her. So yes, Mr. Legister also left St. Elizabeth to go to Westmoreland. So that was a partnership. So they meet in that work environment. Miss Connie and Mama. And then I understand that now the Legister, they have big land. So the Legister have land from the road all the way up past our land. So where we get land to buy, so it was from the beginning of the road, so all the way up. But where we got our land, it's bigger than the Legister, but they also have land from beginning of the road all the way. Yeah. So they were landowners, they owned their own land. Then Dunkley also had land. So I would say economically the Legisters were well off than my my parents because it's just two plots of land we had. It was one, and then because my granduncle woman said she wasn't living beside us, so we ended up having two plots. So they meet at home, and then when they bought land now, the Legister bought land, they meet up again, and they remain friends for the rest of their life. Mama and Miss Connie. So it was Miss Connie who told me mom's story January, and mom died June. Otherwise, I would be none the wiser, and I guess I would still be resenting my mom like my brothers. But I could justify my resentment of my mother, and I could put it behind me, and I could write her a eulogy that got her the recognition to for people to understand who she was in a sense. Some of them still don't get it because after how many years my mom died and my brothers still don't get it. They will never get it. I hope they do get it, but it's not my responsibility anymore. I wrote a eulogy from what I heard. So yes, my first, so my eventually my father went and lived same place mom was living. So they became a couple. They meet at a wake night singing. If you don't know what a wake night singing is, somebody died and they will have night and they will have this night and they will celebrate which a night and they will celebrate this 40 night and whatever. 9 night and 40 night and whatever. So it was a wake night singing. I understand my parents meet. And of course, now I'm hearing goes way back to my great grandmother, Martha Crooks. Mom sing, dad sing. You should see my dad. My dad was an all-rounder. He was a performer. Now you know where I get it from. Mom was, but mom was more of the. My dad would sing, and that's where I get my knowledge to pass Bible knowledge with credits before I went to secondary school. So you see where I was heading. And the first book my father bought me, maybe it's only one, first and one, there was a Bible because my father had a Bible, thick Bible that tells the story. So in that Bible were pictures. So then you could visualize. I guess that's where I get some of what how I do my thing. A picture tell her 1,000 words or 1,000,000 words, how many words you want to say, and see it's still spinning. I change it around and it's still spinning. You know, it just what I was doing just disappeared. Yeah, that's how they trick it. So if I never have this now, everything would have been lost. So I don't rely on one thing for nothing. I have to back up. I will back up. And that's why I can't afford for where I'm subscribing for things and then you hear that the payment didn't go through and blah blah blah. It triggers me. So okay, my parents were living together where my mother was born until after they went to rented land. I can't say for certain how many of the children were born where mom was born, but my parents, my God bless, my parents never had any children outside. So dad never had any children outside, and mom never had any children outside. All of us. Mom used to say she don't have, never had any patchwork children. That's children for other partners. So my parents were lucky in that, just togetherness. My first brother, and another thing that I must say, we get our names because my father said he would get he would get our names in dreams. I'll tell you about mine separate. Get the names in dreams. You have to get up out of bed, write it on the board. Back then it was board, so you remember. So I have that same thing. If something comes to me and I don't write it down, it goes and I don't remember. Even a song. So sometimes I get these things, but I have to get up, write it down as I go. If I'm thinking of a song and a song come to me, I have to write it down because in the next few minutes it's gone and I can't remember what it is. That's why I do a lot of recording. Now it's easy, but I don't have any space on none of my phones. They chock a block with things. Because there's a lot of memories coming back and I see where I can utilize them. My first brother was born on the 15th of March, 1946 at Townhead, same place where mom was born. And I guess that's where my sister was born, Giovanni. I know it's November because I found her birth certificate with grandkids and I was start reading them. And I know she was born November 1948. I didn't know much. It was the only during the same period of time when I heard mom's stories and I started to make inquiries now then. And then when Boris came here, when Lyndon come and interviewed him, oh my God, I heard so much about my family and to know that wicked boy, yeah, if he wanted, pay for it. But these people, they take your things and expect to make whatever without whatever. Yeah, I heard so much during that time because the memories came flooding back and Ballis got that platform and he recorded everything. Yeah, they are evil people. That's why now I'm doing my thing. And if I go places or there, I'm not giving any interview or nothing. The amount of interviews and stuff that people done, I go to places, they have their thing lined up. What are they done with it? And my thing that I've done now, I'm gonna hear that I can't say this and I can't write this and I can't do whatever. Who says so? Freedom of information. But the thing about it, some of these things have been written there before. And the fact that my book is published. And I would wish I could get recompense compare Andrew, who published my book and everything. You see, people, I'm not stressed, so I'm in control. See, I don't have to be rushing to the toilet, although I'm drinking water. And that's why sometimes I try to tell people. So when they come in and the defamation and the this, there is a God, a mighty God, that my parents served, that my parents before served, that my African ancestors served. And that's why I am my Bantu-ness, my Africanness, but my Bantu because two sides. So then my sister was born in November 1948. And then my brother Daston, Mama said she had big children. My children were small. Daston was born on the 2nd of June, 1950. So you see, 46, 48, 50. 46, 48, 50. And then there was Byron, Walford Byron Alberni Nimhard. So I shall tell you the names. We have 3 or 2 names. Ballis Sil Fraser Alexander Nimhard. Giovanni Nimhard, I don't know any other. That's all I know. Born November 1948. So I don't know if she had a middle name. But more than likely she would have. Okay, so my Zoom payment has been processed, so I don't have to whatever. So yes, I have Zoom people, and that is spinning around. So I have to go set up some Zoom later on with Prime Minister Andrew Holness and Keir Starmer and all of them. So yes, then Daston, Melrick Nimhard, Walford Byron Alberni Nimhard, 3rd of January 1952. So you see it continues. Every 2 years, mom is having a baby. But then this is what happened. 1952, 3rd of January, 28th of September 1963, there was another baby. And I understand it was during this period of time there was turmoil in mom's life. So her father was suffering with stomach cancer. I want these people to understand my story and what was happening with me and my brother dying with cancer. Emily's thingy was sort of sudden, but it's nevertheless. And what was happening with my husband and me having the first high blood pressure and to get possession letter. And all I did was call the number on the letter to say what is happening. And it escalated to this. You defame my name, and none of them see whatever was happening. And solicitor can tell me they can do this and then turn around and done what they done. And this solicitor and this barrister think they're gonna get away. And Mimi Owusu thinks she's gonna get away. On top of scamming me. Between April and July, in October, you wrote a 12-page stating what you had done. Send police come here. And when I spoke to you about it, you said, oh, it was Trevor can get them to section me if I had put him as power of attorney. And you wicked girl things say, you should come for me, Cynthia, come dictate terms. So when me did it, me don't have time to do what me do. Don't you see what you're doing, evil girl? And then I pick up your phone, I call me mobile, and I call me house phone. Eh? What sort of person are you? Leave me, let me get on with my life. You're partially responsible for what's happening. So I'd like to know what connection you have with the solicitors. Don't you see you get me thinking? Who else you have connection with? You go around targeting vulnerable black people. You and Liz and whoever else you have. So you go to these places to find vulnerable black people. But you look at the pattern of what black people are doing to black people. That's why Solo, whatever his name, the solicitor, can allow somebody to say whatever. Medical review on me said medication and what? What sort of conscience do you have? Hmm? So yes, I understand because all mom, as I said, mom didn't talk. I don't know if she didn't know how to communicate. Probably she didn't. She showed her love in different ways. But now I look back on my mom's life and the sacrifice she made. So yes, I understand. Her father was dying of cancer, stomach cancer. I don't know a different form of cancer. To me, cancer is cancer. Stomach cancer. She had a child, Byron, who wasn't thriving. She was pregnant with Texas. And then, so I don't know if there was any warning or anything. Don't know. The way my brother said it, probably there wasn't any warning. Her daughter died. She wasn't there. What my brother said, my sister died in my grandfather's fits or epilepsy. Grandma, Papa, and Mama were at Tony Baptist Church. With my sister. So they had gone to church and left the two children. My brother was the older, but my brother said my sister was taller than him, and they called her Prinky because of her high complexion. My brother said she looks like white. So they called her Prinky, but she was tall. So on my mother's side, grandfather is tall, and on my father's side, grandma is tall. I have some 6 foot cousins, women. I'm not talking about the men. I have cousins who probably must be 6 foot tall. And those are, I know, whatever, my Auntie Millie's children, because my Auntie Millie is tall, or was tall. There are others who were short. My Auntie Millie was one of the tallest one I know. Auntie Marty was tall too. But Auntie Temper was short and black. So that's why I was a, and Uncle Tass was black also. So that's what put me in there. And us, four were light and four were dark. And I'm in the dark. I put myself in the dark. So when my sister died, dad was at church, grandma was at church, and mom was at church. So my sister died in my grandfather's the grandfather who was suffering from cancer, stomach cancer. And I don't know if my sister died when mom was pregnant or I don't know that bit. I didn't have time when I heard the story because I came back and what happened? After I came back from burying mom, this is the journey I've been on. It must have been very sad. And not only that, whatever it was. Can you imagine? You have a child not thriving, you're pregnant, and then because from what I am hearing and understanding, there might not have been any warning, or even maybe because the mere fact that my brother said, my grandfather said it was his twin who was playing with her and was playing too rough. That's how they make the connection. So probably there wasn't much warning, it was just sudden like that. I'm thinking like that. So can you imagine a woman going through all those things? So I don't know if I am guessing. So I don't know if grandfather died before Texas was born, but I'm assuming grandfather would have died 1953. So that's the year my brother was born. And I'm assuming that my sister would have died 1953 as well. So she died in grandfather's arm. So I don't know the date, but I know my brother was born on the 28th. And there's a pattern to our birth. So me and Emily born on the 19th, Texas the 20th, 19th of different months. And I look at the patterns. But then when I realized my granny had 3 children born on the 27th of October, it was like, okay. So yes, Paul don't call me, and I don't call. And I stop. I don't know if he's embarrassed and I've offended him, but I've apologized. So I need to bring this in. So yes, so that was that period. So Miss Connie told me that because Byron wasn't thriving, you hear my brother, him have whatever, she had to take. So can you imagine? My poor mother. And it happens to me too. That's how I am resolute. You have a child that's not thriving. Your father is dying. Your daughter died. My mom was a strong woman. And I got my resilience from her. And that's why story is gonna be told. And that's why I don't want anybody coming here come out up my head after what you've done. And I'll go back and say. And that's why I don't fear no foe. And that's why if I have to drop my family, because right now I keep them at arm's length. Yeah. And I'm not blaming them. They just need some help. I've had counseling and I've done my own self thingy and thingy. It's only now and I know how to manage whatever it is. And don't let people like Mimi or Uso, that evil, wicked, dirty gal who I met in Herne Hill. And that's why I need to be going around and making sure I put things out there to warn people to look out for you. People like you who are coming here come talk about oh, I was one of the ladies and there whatever. Go to hell, girl. If you have any mind, even if you come here, you wouldn't come right for me, Cinti. Look on the pattern. Look at the pattern. Look at the pattern and the timing. Yeah? What did you do, Mimi also? You get YouTube to remove the thingy. I have it here. And that's why I'm going after housing for women and all those district judges and whatever. Because I have the name on thingy here. Justice, this is a Beecham. I don't. She's only the one. Was she not aware that my husband was in the hospital when they were doing what they were doing? And that's that Solo, whatever his name is. But I'm not going to let the anger take control of me. I'm going to use that anger because I wrote a poem. Yeah? So now I'm going to make use of the energy. And you have the nerve to come here and come right every minute. In the same minute. And then I come call me phone and you know dirty girl say you call me phone. And what you've done to me? Huh? District Judge Bell. 7 of my cases back from where to where. I never been to any court. Only the paperwork I have. So that one name sworn now where I come send 4 something in a one envelope camera. After you keep something and me don't know nothing about it. Me I go to teach people patwa too. I said I'm cutting out the swearing in honor of my mother. Because you know my mother, she was a hellfire. And in the end, when the workmen go to her place to work, she was upset when they swear. So if she can stop, I can do that. But I want people to understand. Maybe if I didn't swear, I'd end up like my brother. Yeah? And that's why God, yeah, the Bigfoot man in here, the redhead man in here, where I take time I squeeze you out now. Where the van there? No longer park the van here. Wherever he's parking it, I don't know. And all that I've done, it's out there. Yeah? So that's why I'm not giving YouTube no reason to take away whatever I have. Because one day, all those free training that I go to, I see people advertising in my thing, my content. And then you remove my content, you have issues. I don't see them saying anything that I'm breaching. But you still are saying about need help. They are concerned. Who are concerned? Who are concerned? Yeah? I explained the situation. So all of a sudden, where's my 28K views that I did when I'm saying to Tom, I don't get any solicitor? Where's the one with 13K? Where's my 2,000 ad centi that I paid to make a video to tell my story? Where is it, YouTube? And me think I go on and all of a sudden it just disappear and cease to do their spin on. Yeah? If you come find and want come get him for me, listen and keep yourself circumspect. And when me talk, you pick up a phone, me mobile and a phone, my house. You used to call me and make me my number and show say where I call. Dirty wicked girl. Dirty wicked girl. Eh? They celebrate my mother's birthday. Okay, you want to come here news. Keep yourself circumspect. Look how stupid you are. Huh? You gotta see a minute. Huh? Idiot. Look after me 10,000 pounds, make me get it. My brother was a banker for the partner. And me used to do a thing. I'm this calculator. I never pass a maths exam in my life. But I do my things my way. How I can survive. So yes. So after, I'm like trying to work out. Did mom lose her daughter in 1953? Did mom lose her father in 1953? Did mom have a child in 1953? Yes, mama, I know for certain mom had a child in 1953. So was her child born before she lose her father? I don't know. Can you imagine? And it's the same thing that is happening to me. I get possession letter, and all I did was call the number on the letter to say, what is happening here? Because it was happening to other people. Devon's a solicitor, and you have these crablows, judges, criminals, I come to whatever. So you have things, Gwynedd, Swan, and then Stellini, who ran and no, not Zimmel, Gwynedd, Zimmel and whatever, and Stellini. strike out my claim to win some down. After it reached telephone mediation, that's what I'm telling you with whatever I say, putting in complaint. My complaint reached stage 2 of the procedure. Yeah? And I even complained about, because you see me and me complain about everybody. But me stop now, for me have enough to hold them. So my district judge Beaton stayed here with a defamation about the court and psychosis and medication. If Gregory is going to prison. So like Richard Harty. So I need to talk everything. So me I stretch on a strain. I take a different pattern or a different gateway to know where I need to go. The amount of African clothes me have in there. Some of them not wear yet. I'm going to put them on in here and do my thing. Me have pink. Me have blue. Never wear. The blue never wear. The pink never wear. Never one white one that you wear one time. Today, I'm celebrating my Africanness because I knew somebody knew my great grandmother, Martha Crooks, and told me about her. She was a singer also. So it's in my DNA. And I'm celebrating my brother. And girl I go come talk about, you're there singing. So I know so singing not crime. But kick my door is not crime. And police can come and come to you. And I hear them say, Mark Rowley said whatever. And Mark Rowley signed my book. So after that now, Texas, 1953. So mama had 2 children, 52 and 53. No space. Can you imagine? It's when you stress your brain quick enough, fall or whatever. So she have one not thriving. Daughter gone, dead and gone. Father dead. Beaten. It's the same thing that happened to me. And yet I did not let it but until you put that pressure on me. Well, look what I did between the time my brother said, pack up your work, go look after your husband. Go look what I accomplished. And when I come with a psychosis and then this and then that, and send ambulance out, make girl up in door ambulance, they out of me door the whole time, and then they right now left. Oh, we understand, say what. Me never even call you, no phone, me call you, no, come. I want to come on, go come here to come trick me. Go away, ambulance people, because you know, go in a history. You want somebody when I get out there, we need ambulance, when you know, park up ambulance and a long laugh a piece. So, how many hours did you spend in there? So after Texas, now it began to go further. So these 2 close, 1956, so it's 3 years apart. The 15th of August, 1956, my brother Astor was born. Astor Serena Urella Nemhard. And in 1959, yours truly. My parents must have been overjoyed when yours truly came along. 1959, yours truly came along. So the 3-year gap now continues. And then I understand that there was a miscarriage after me. I don't know how long it was, what stage mama had reached, but she had a miscarriage after me. And then my brother Amley was born 1963. So I'm 59, 60, 61, 62, 60. 4-year gap. So that means the miscarriage came between me and Amley. So that's why the 4-year gap, there's a 4-year gap there. But there was a miscarriage between. Mama Lou said she had big babies. 9 pound, 10 pound baby. Lord Jesus, for my mother. Ah, my mother. And then after that was my brother, Irvin, the 11th of November, 1963. I don't remember anything about my brother Amelie's birth, 4 year old. Nothing. I don't remember mom being pregnant. I don't. All I know, I have a brother. I know nothing. Can't remember anything. But I know my mom was pregnant with my brother because she was fat, and I know she was fat, and she had varicose veins in her legs, and I know the stories I was told. I know she was fat, but not much else. But the next explanation, the story I was told was that helicopter bring baby come and nurse give mama baby. Those was the explanation I got. When I won't tell any pitney them since I know them again. And I guess I accepted it. But then in the back of my mind I remember my mama was fat. And when mama had baby then she eat out a pudding pan. Because everybody can dinner come because you need food. So when you're pregnant, you eat for two. Hey, Papa Jesus. From you're pregnant, you're eating for two. And then when you have baby, you have to eat for now, you have to go breastfeed baby and whatever. I remember mama used to let you talk food. Yes, so I know this. Let me tell you, we are not so small eater, especially me. That's why one man went tell me saying prefer clothes me than feeding. Me not hard for feed, you know. I'm not a fussy eater. When I was young, I was fussy eater. But now I'm not. I'll try anything. When I was young, I don't like certain things, but getting older and knowing things that you need it, you have to adapt. Another one thing I understand, so yes, that was a lot. Irving Julius Empston Emard. The nurse was Nurse Parkins, and Nurse Parkins was white, who tended to my mother. And I remember my dad putting the baby in my hand. I have vivid memory, so mom could rest. There were some little, I heard little stories, yeah. So my brother was born, Emily was born, I was born. I don't know how many of us was born on rented, where we live on rented land because our parents had moved from where mom was born, and then they rented land on Akberson. So Akberson were property Indian, property owner. They had sawmill, they have this, they had that. So these Indians were well to do in Westmoreland, Akberson. The Browns were well to do too. You had the Akberson, you had the Browns, and you had the Salabis. Salabi. You had Tardil Indian, Tarkor. I guess Westmoreland was one of the places where lots of Indians. There was like colony Indians. So they had some well-to-do Indians in Westmoreland. Yeah, I heard little stories. So this would have happened before we moved to our own land. That my mother, oh God, I know where I inherited a lot of my traits. Also from my grandmother on the other side. As I said, I don't know my grandmother on my father's side. As what I know of her is basically stories. But I lived with my mother's mother. My mother never leave her mother's. She had her own little house. She had her own little house, and she was always. I don't remember much of my life at Townhead. There's little smattering, and one of the biggest memory I have was this man, Mass Whitney. They used to bring him home in the truck because him always drunk. Look like weekend time in drink. So I remember big trapped in Redkin man. One of the biggest memories. They always bring him home in the truck. So I guess probably because he was drunk or I don't know. And he used to live across from us. But one of the things that I don't know it for a fact, I was just told that my brother, they were digging the toilet pit or packing the whatever it was, a toilet pit. So, those days you do whatever. And my brother was going there, and my mother warned him and said, should not go there. Because if him fall down in there, whatever. And when my brother fall down in the toilet pit, my mother no move. That's the mother I have. So now you know my stubbornness. So if my mother tell you said this, that, I heard that when my brother fall down in the toilet because he tell him to do not go there. Yeah? So my brother fall down in the toilet. Was my mother's business. You see where I'm coming from? So if I believe I am right, so but no, as far as my mother is concerned, she would not have known the level of my brother's understanding. And curiosity killed the cat. So if my brother see, remember now, my brother is only 3 years older than me. So I don't know how old he was. But I'm gonna tell stories come down. But because my mom said to him, that child must have been curious. And that's how you learn. But my mom said to him not to go there. And the fact that my brother was curious that he fall in the pit. But as far as my mother was concerned, I tell you not to go there, so that means you're not to go there. So I don't know if my brothers, because there's this resentment of my mother still, after how many years after she died, and they have passed down that sort of onto my sons. And I've reached out, and I don't think I owe them anything else. I'm doing me. Yeah. I can see where I take that same sort of stubbornness, wherein I know I'm right. I don't handle my situation the way my mom handled it. When I heard that my sons, you have to understand that I need to talk. When I heard that my sons were hopping the cane cart, so they hop the cane cart from where we live and go to river and go bathe. And then because I know the danger that they can drown because people drown like that. So it's a possibility of they can get something can happen to them on the cane cart. They can drop off, whatever. So it's too dangerous. Or they can go to the river to swim and they drown. I'll tell you about me and my mother discipline. And sometimes back then I was sad and everything, but getting older and seeing certain things compared to the discipline I got from my mother, compared to others that I know was nothing. My mom wanted the best for me. So, discipline. How do you discipline your children? Mom was a disciplinarian. Yeah? Mom never spared the rod and spoiled me. Because I think if mom had spared the rod and spoiled me, I would have been totally different person. And that's why I stick to my guns when I know I'm right. Like in the case of the two miscarriages of justice at King's College Hospital and NHS Foundation Trust, Mapata House Day Nursery, and each time it's after bereavement and lose. Look at the pattern. Then Kings, then leave, and now what Housing for Women is doing. And Mimi also went and wrote 12. You know, she wasn't just satisfied to scam me. And then what she wrote in those 12 pages of whatever, and I put them out there, and you still warn you with the foolishness, and Housing for Women thinks they should get away. Well, they want to put Queen Elizabeth, Queen Camilla in the shit. Let's start shit. And so will the Reverend Rose Hudson Wilkin, because I wrote to her to say, can you mediate? Because I met her there, she can't. Then you look at what is their Christian principles. So yes, when my brother fell down in the hole, mom didn't get up, go look or nothing, because she tell him say enough for good. That's how mom discipline is. Mom used to tell me that, don't let me spit a ground and you dry before you come back. But my mom, she never spared the rod and spoiled me. The amount of beating I get from my mother. I know I look back and I see it as her wanting the best for her child. Maybe the way she went about it, like when she tell her son, don't go near the toilet hole, you're going to drop in there. And when you drop in there, I know of people where they said they tell the child, you know, kitchen, bitch and open light and whatever. And they tell the child, this will burn you. Don't put your finger on it or do whatever. So then let the child realize what they're talking. Yeah? So once they tell the child, do not put your hand on there, the lamp is going to burn you. So once that child don't listen, they will learn by experience. You wouldn't say it's wickedness or whatever. Because if a moth see or whatever, a flare, they're going to fly around it. It's the same thing. So in a sense, their discipline is their way of dealing with their children and their expectation and whatever. So that's why we have to look into these things. My mom used to say something like, yeah, said me, I guess that's how I developed some of this stubbornness, you know. So I don't want to get into trouble. So I'm gonna hurry. But then that put a strain on me, and maybe that's why I developed the trauma, especially when my father took sick. And some of the times it was like, run, Ratty, run, hurry up. They might go look for Sandy man, this, no done, all that, no done. And as a girl, only girl, there was a lot of burden on me. So normally, that's why now I'm trying to go hold back and whatever, because my eating disorder developers, it's discrimination. So for example, since month I get 10 letters to do with whatever and whatever. And first time I would be panicking, and so you know you get the letters and it's come this and you have to adjust it by so and so. So that's how these things, they continue depression and whatever. They don't want to hear these things. They want to hear cha 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 cha. Cha. But yet my stories that I write, you're putting things on it. You hide this and you hide that. See now it's gone up to 180. How long it takes? People are going there to sub and can't find me to subscribe. You hide me. But you have all these big people, some of them I go to, and getting money out of it. I know that luckily, suppose I never have something else. Where it disappeared to. Over an hour, nearly 2 hours of thing just disappeared. And then I try to restart it. It's still spinning around. And you think I'm an idiot, YouTube and Facebook and all of them. And all of us were suddenly, oh, this right, say this and what. I don't want to know. You go on Instagram, oh, so and so who you may know you should follow. When I follow them, go. They get 1 point whatever views and whatever. And people are put up on their something. And then you start block me out. Yeah? So I'm sitting here tonight doing what I need to do because that's all my companion. If I didn't have Lloyd to invite me out, I'd be in here all day. And that caused for depression. But now I'm working out ways because I'll be leaving this house certain time, go road and do my thing and come. Because I used to do that. You don't want to invite me to your place or whatever, and you only invite me when you suit it. Fair enough. Because you see how the grasshopper, he's gonna get it. Like I feel to me sit down and make up a song, I will. And you see all them up there, and you see housing for women, the whole of them. Is someone just getting paid on long-term sick leave? Defense solicitor, those district judges, criminals, need emotional regulation treatment, violent nuisances, Junior Sullivan, pedophile rings, Richard Harty, University of East London, mastermind of men in childcare. I did a voice of a child. So that's how I tell Mama Lou's story. You see where I get my thing from. Yeah? And this dirty girl I come. You can't even give me time. You see, you don't have no sense. Bring, sort out me 10,000 pound girl. My mother was a partner for the banker for the partner, so I can do all them this thing. You see me, I get me things together. So we clear out and that's what I do. Me learn, you see them I do book review. Me have book here when me buy. Hey, some of them endorse some now. Me go do the review. So me learning. You see me just a come past some of this. When me go past some of this, me no learn nothing. But yeah, go there to go torment them. How YouTube give a platform. So that's why let us spin from away. What me do just gone. It take on gone. It just disappear. And from when me set you over, it just a spin. So me have to go clean out my phone them and do my thing. So that's Mama Lou in a nutshell. She was a strong woman. She was a disciplinarian. But she made so many sacrifices. Can you imagine that period of 1953? When I got counseling, the counselor said, a trainee, if my mother was not the way she was, she wouldn't have survived. When I heard Miss Connie talk about this stuff, because I can't remember seeing my mother cry. She was tough. And there were times when she didn't eat for days. And we would say like, oh, long can conquer us and this and that. But now I developed the same whatever. Mom was so stressed out, especially her brother had to leave the parish and go away because he got involved in a sort of marriage that wasn't whatever. You know, my brother brought something and I asked him to bring, and he brought, and he gave me a ring. I don't know if it was uncle. My brother brought, he was telling me some things he found, and I tell him to bring. Oh, I know. One of them is the cabinet. So Mama buy her first cabinet, Faisal Abi, and those sorts of things. But I'm sure because Balis had found something and when he went back it wasn't there. But Balis bought me something. So I don't remember he bought me a ring, some receipt for something that I said I was gonna use because he told me about them. And every time I set out to do something, from when I want to set up my storytelling, set up something about disability, special educational needs, and so from my own. So these are things now, because I ordered my life, I'm going to gradually change the curtains because they haven't been changed for ages. And just, yeah. Oh, so maybe switch watch. So maybe this is their watch that they had stolen when they and wraps up my brother when they went to kill my uncle. So I have things here because he was telling me about 1975. Wedding ring. You see, my brother's wedding ring. So my brother was married in 1975, Christmas Eve or whatever. And here it is. Because I know I was talking, yeah, wedding ring. Seaton, £103.85. You see the history? C.J. Williams and Son. What's this? Yeah? So you see? So I'm talking to my brother and I asked him, can you carry so and so? You also have the cabinet. Yo, my brother said the cabinet that was at home. I hope they haven't gotten rid of it. This was for my uncle Tira. So I had to leave the parish because he get involved in a marriage that wasn't working and all them sort of things. So it was history repeating itself. Yeah? How many years? My son got married and whatever. Now he take his son and gone. All those things are impacting on my son's well-being. And then not have a job and whatever is happening. So I'm telling my story my way. I don't need nobody. I can do it myself. Yeah? So my brother is talking foolishness. He's traumatized. And he said he wants to be leader. But he's destroying my parents' family and turning my sons against me. But they wanted to be turned. Yeah? So I have my brother's thing here. You know, I could do a story about wedding and whatever. Yeah, because my parents didn't attend my parents didn't attend. His wife's parents didn't attend. It was Mass Roland and Miss Bernice. So yes, I'm going after Miss Bernice and Mass Roland's son now. That's a new man. But him new, but him not new. Because I'm looking companion. So girl I come right here. Next man, look on you too. So I don't feel sleepy, so I will talk. And then I'm going to end. I'm just giving you like a picture of who my mother was and how much she endured. And God kept her because my father had Parkinson. My, in a sense, she lost her brother, so he moved away from the parish. And then the way she lost her brother. But I think mom had to live her life knowing that she was second fiddle to her brother. Because even my cousin who was her birthday was yesterday, she's 66. She told me that they said she and my uncle got in, her mother, and they said Miss Blandina tell her so she her uncle Susie. She used to you know remember where we go, but she used to clean uncle shoes. Uncle I see one photograph of my uncle tall. At first I met my uncle in person about so I didn't remember him at all. 2 years before he died. And I told this story, I can retell it. But looking back now, Mama had to play second fiddle to Uncle Tira, her brother. And it's only two of them grandma raised. I think she had five in all, but she raised two, Mama and but my uncle, my grandfather also had another daughter in Hanover, Clarice. I spent time with Auntie Clarice when I had my baby. And Uncle Tira had another daughter. I have a picture of her. I think she's in the States. I have a picture of her. Well, not on Tini there. Yeah? You see how life is? And I am the one who has all these stories. And then my brother is like catching here and like he knows anything. Another thing you should know about my mother. She never suffered fool's gladly. I remember as I said, there's not much memory I have before I moved to Gaga Street. It's minimum, But one of the memories I have of my mother, where I was born, she was always a chaser. She don't take foolishness from nobody and she stand up for her rights. So she and Miss Toon, that's my niece, grandmother, would always be quarreling. So whoever was right, who was I don't know. I was only a child. But then when we moved to our own land, she and my brother's wife people used to quarrel. And I think there was an instance where some court was involved. Yeah? So my mom didn't take whatever. If she believed in whatever she believed in, she stand up. And then I'm gonna choose some quotes. I'm gonna be because I have to live and it's not so much it's to get people help myself and help others understand certain things. So maybe they don't make the same mistakes that my mom made and even I made. Another thing is I wet the bed. I wet the bed until I was not maybe in later life I did, but once in a while I have accident and that's why I'm particularly careful, especially when I'm pregnant. So I used to wet the bed. And at the time mom had good intention, so she used to threaten that she was gonna pad me up with the wet bed and walk me for and turn it grassroots or whatever. Those are shaming things. But mom, now I'm looking at it same way like she tell Ashta, do not go to the toilet while you're gonna drop. And when he didn't listen and he dropped in there, leave him to it. So when my mom shamed me, it was hoping that I had any control about wetting the bed. And that's why when I said to people, my brother Ashta was my favorite, because it was Ashta who was there. We were closer in age. So it was Ashta who was there to support me. And then when I have to wash the piece of bed, because people don't know, I sleep on floor. So that's why when I came in here first and I didn't have a bed, it was nothing unusual. But then when we were growing up, some of us sleep on floor. I don't know, I got on like on the way all that way when I have past king size bed and whatever. No spread up bed, yeah. So me, I sleep on the floor. So it was no whatever when I come in here before I get my bed to spread things and sleep in here. And now to know that housing for women. This is not the housing for women that rescued me. It's some new breed of high testosterone, Zeba Qureshi and all of them. And Samantha Gibbs. And she's black. And one little idiot girl, Trina Filbert. And she had baby pregnant and whatever, and them can tell me. And some little criminal judge and district judge and whatever. With me having the name prior doing wrongs. So this little idiot, whoever district judge one, I go send force it and come in a one envelope. Was your questioning my capacity? So how was I able to still be doing this? And you questioning my capacity? And that little thinking idiot solicitor boy, we come talk about psychosis and whatever. And how much month after 9, unoga key, me not figure. And how much month after. That's why certain things me not delete. You see that little dirty African boy, solar or whatever, don't have Peckham. When me go down, they forgot to make me record, you know, here. So all that the one we are coming, you know, yeah, whatever. You think me an idiot. Send this in, come, give me say, oh, no, did come here. And send your invitation, come. But you still a follow me up for. We are sending ambulance. But the two idiot boy, police boy, oh, if we find any evidence, you have to come back. You know, so what come back today? The one named Edward Allen. I call me, oh, Mrs. Miles, oh, whatever. And that the idiot boy called me on behalf of Emma Martin Hamilton. And then I said, so me ask him, do you know about the Equality Act? Not off the top of my head. Same way that idiot one I said. And then I go send me email that I call him a back about. send me an email that I call him a batty boy. And I have all these whatever from when police came here. And you don't think I'm whatever. Yeah? So I said I'm not sleeping. I'm keeping my mind whatever. This is Papa who win the argument today for us. Yeah? Yeah, Papa. I'm not sleeping. So, yeah? These are what I do out there. Yeah? So I don't have capacity. I fight for my rights. People just saw me and I thought I would go and get a little video, yeah? And it started. So I don't have capacity, but I'm capable of doing this. And YouTube make sure that it's spinning. So this one is dedicated to Jonah Sullivan, the pedophile. Jonah Sullivan, I'm coming after you. So that's why Rastafari gonna get nailed. Yeah? I'm not sleeping. It's just 8:44. So you imagine if I, yeah? So let me play it with you here. So when me and Wusu are company, you go. Okay, right there. This is what I have. Yeah? This is one scam me too. Yeah? You see me? See when you whatever? So let me play and make it here. And you crowd blouse I come talk about capacity and assessor. So me that tree there, mango tree there in my yard. Huh? They got test funeral. Test funeral. See me there? Yeah? Indian Joyce, my cousin. Joyce dead and gone. And them a play them fool. Yeah? So I cannot hear me not sleeping. You take away my livelihood, whatever it is. And then attack me physically and mentally. Yeah? And then me have to be careful you not put on your music for me and then take over say about you don't have copyright. Huh? I have you thing in there, me also. And you make YouTube but no one know whatever. And then they Catholic people get hit. You forgot to take it off. It's fact. Yeah? And you do what you do. You know me, brother, you come in your young league. Listen. Yeah? Listen. Yeah? Then I call blouse a pedophile, murderers, rapists, terrorists. Yeah? That the boy they come send me email about me call him batty boy. That me and Carl Grant. And I let them turn against me. Yeah? I'm in a chat. And when me have a family ammunition them here. So the beach I'm going. See me in a tree there again. The mango tree, Julie mango tree. Me can camp on my veranda and pick mango. I've done it before. That's how when Balisa get married. You see me sell the receipt for the ring. Yeah? This is Mott. Mr. Son. This is because her name again. That I do in Miss Nicey dead and gone. Yeah? Jaya and Miss Ivy. And you have come for you 56, 56, 57, 57. Go away, dirty girl. Yeah? Me and Ashka daughter, mother, Rose, Miss Portos. Me, I'm in yard. And Irvin are going to tell me so me can't come in the house. I'm out again. Them are somebody and me and them. I mean tell you say certain people me and them not in a no whatever. Them your brother, yeah? Miss you, a basic school teacher, my god sister. So if me answer, me no have certain feelings because them and you know how many, yeah? When me I go figure look wedding frock. And that's the last one, about 5 me say buy before me get the right one. And I can tell me foolishness. Huh? And about psychosis and whatever. So my son Kevin there. Oh, I know he out of a job. An infringement. Yeah? Of my rights. Yeah? Yeah? An infringement. Mm-hmm. Of my rights. And you can call police, but may I celebrate my brother's birthday and he will not get well. Happy Holocaust Day from Merville Myers, the face of Windrush, who is in fear of being murdered in Bermondsey. Happy Holocaust Day from Merville Myers, the face of Windrush. No, nothing for you, make me Cynthia. I can take that to boy, I come to me if you take care. You see, I when Jacqueline mail her bother me, may have me boot out there. This is when me I go out, a woman under there, see, a woman. It's a woman. That's my mom. I'm home. I said, Mom, you cannot go. She said she want to go. So I make sure Miss Connie look after her. My mom, yeah, I'm my son Valdin register. When she used to go, her father woman. So hereby is like a mother. Me give birth to Val, but I'm a hereby raise her. Me that. Huh? And when me there I celebrate my mother's birthday, dress up in my cultural clothes and I come. And government people, them are from Jamaica. Hmm? Yeah? My son and the boy, disabled boy. And at them, I sit me have and I come tell me about psychosis and whatever. And me have them. See George Road up there. No care who me contact tell me story. What them I go get you now? See me face there. And the things you don't get with. Yeah? This is me he days when me sexy. See me there? You can see the browning in me. Eh? See me nephew there. He might go be 33 this year. Multiple disability. Me and police and my son take them a photo yeah. And I come tell me now say. So you done? Yeah. So that's of my memories. And then over the years from me join so Facebook or whatever and I see or whatever. So what else you see? I want me go do today I lied. But then so then one whatever. But me I lied plan to do one little thingy. So I'm gonna set up him back and do fish fry and whatever. Yeah? So you come and go, next man. What does have to do your girlfriend? Huh? What does my man have to do with you? You come by here and I come to try things like that. You don't think me I got suspicious. Next man. You know when you say woman, you say man. Never right to look man. Give me 10,000 pounds. Pay me back me 10,000 pounds and then we talk about the rest. You just take another name and Harris or Kuku or whatever. Give me back me 10,000 pounds. And so you go on with the face to this. The 600 pound where you get on that big stuff. Carry come give me. Make sure me get it. So if me not have capacity at home, me take all down a quote and whatever. That's one the district judge one I will call send. Three, and then the may sit down and go. May stop the anger. I'm in the ending, yeah, you're gonna look for the poem and read it. But the things or whatever. So Mama Lou, this is just the beginning. Rest in peace, darling. I know I understand your greatness. And as long as I live, dementia take my Parkinson's take my father. Broken heart take my granny. Well, she had diabetes, but when she had the first attack, she lost her speech altered, but that was not from they took my uncle home to be buried. He was the first one buried on the land. My granny came out of her house, put talcum powder on her son, lift up the coffin, lift up the put talcum powder on her son, and went back in her house. She didn't come back out until she died. The 6th of March, 1980. And Dad died the 9th of February, 1980. Can you see? The same thing mom had her daughter, her father, and what is it similar to whatever is happening? I want to think say district judge beat him up. Oh, she want the case. Keep the case, love. And those dirty old thinking solicitor boy, Miranda Grell, both and whatever. I'm calm. I'm not gonna let the anger overpower me. Because the anger must be used wisely. Yeah? So see how long it or whatever. So let me get until I've gotten. So no, I am not gonna read my poem. I think I'm gonna look so that's mom. So that's when my son, my brother got married. The thing I told it on there, but that's for another time. Yeah, so there it is. So my brother got married on Valentine's Day. Yeah, and this is it. He was the lady. They were friends from a young age, teenage. Then she got married, have children, have the whole splash, whatever, and then she got back, whatever. She and my brother got back, and then the children are married. You understand? So whoever is to be for you, it will be for you. Yeah? So they were young, they were teenagers, and then separation, marriage, children, and then they got back together, and they're now together. That's lasting love. The same way I'm like, my mother forgot me, but she didn't forget my kids, who she loved after my died. And that's how I'm going. I'm searching for companion because I'm not a lonely person. And I've been speaking to somebody. So I called him the other day. No, he called me first. We got back in contact because he called me and then started talking. But he didn't tell me he was not in Jamaica, he was in Canada. It was only yesterday now. He told me that he's in Canada. He used to live in Canada. Then he went home. So I guess he's there again when he visit. So then I'm thinking and I said, okay. But every time he calls me now, he's telling me that first time he told me that he heard that I am married again. I know he's trying to get information. October is born, 14th of October. And Paul born the 10th of October. So then he said, oh, somebody tell him. I mean, didn't have the man long time. You know how men try to get information. So I think he wants to know if I have a man on the go. You have to know how men think. So now he say, oh, them say you did have the man long time. I know then some must say who, whatever, but so our story I have to do our story another time. So after I had my first son, he was coming around, but he didn't come around. He's like that slight person. So he sent his friend to call me. And then my mother found out that it wasn't his friend, it was him and my mom. The word my mom used was like, no, you can't deal with them. When you pity them, and them have a gun to idiots. You are my cousin. And then, So no, we never had a cuddle or a kiss. It was just getting to know each other. That's why I said to people, I'm a different person. We never had a cuddle, we never had a kiss, and that was where it ended. And we went our separate ways. But after that, whenever he comes to Jamaica, whenever he comes on holiday, we would meet up. Because I remember once I went to a funeral and he was there, and I was like trying to remember. I know that person, but who is he? And eventually, and he was there like taking me in. And then since now I went to Jamaica 2018 for Miss Connie's funeral, and we link up and talk, and we've been in contact since. But still, I've never had that type of a relationship where we had a cuddle or whatever. It was just, yeah. And then I'm looking at our possibilities. That's me. So yes, he could be whatever. No, we can't have children now, so cousin and cousin make good too. I'm looking companion, but respectable companion. And they were well to do in the community, the Henry. And he had Chinese in him. He, he and his father and mother were at my brother's funeral. Not funeral, wedding. So I have the thingy there for the thing. So I'm gonna set up my storytelling. Need to sort this out. And I'm wondering if I should get shelves to put my display my things. I'm trying to think. And then I'll be going to Lloyd to get special cooking. And then what I can do here, I do. So I got some today. And I need to clean up my phone. And I need to start going out, go do my own thing, my little blogging, and get my own thing. So that's me. So I'm all sorted. So I'm not looking back. So before I go, see, I drink my water. And I don't need the toilet because I'm not stressed. So I'm just going to briefly show you because I've done this several times, but that's my brother Ashton, and I'm not sad anymore. I'm just showing that's Miss Connie. So I wrote my own song and go sing it at Miss Connie from a chorus my mom used to sing and did that one. So some of these pictures were from me, from my social media that I took. So when they were going to talk about this and that, yeah, so that's Miss Connie's famous song, Education. He since died. Yeah, education. And he reached a stage in his life where when he needs a job, all he did was go to the ministry and they assigned him. The mental health came in, but he was this, that, yeah. And this was Val's wedding, yeah. So some of these are mine. I have where when when Hago died, my pictures. So my pictures are being used or whatever on my intellectual property. And Facebook take all of it and say it's not relevant. And you think must get away. Yeah? I take this. I can tell you when this was taken. I take this picture. Yeah? And now you're gonna tell me, did Miss Connie's sister die? Now I see her. Did Miss Connie's sister die? I think I take this one and burn it. Yeah? Yeah? This is mine too. Cassandra at Mr. Duncan's funeral. And now Uno I come tell me foolishness about yeah. I take this. Yeah. And no appreciation. And when my brother come tell me foolishness about what this and what, make Satan stay there. Make them stay there. Me no need them. That's for Mama Lou. You see, I have two. I don't keep one of her. And then when I think about my brother died, and I don't see no program, I don't see anything because of my wicked whatever. So that's my grandson's graduation. Eh? And you think say you must get away. Yeah? You must get away. Well, the world is gonna know what a country this is. Yeah? See when I have my little cousins, 2014. And how many years later? Some people are whatever. And you take away my worth and whatever. And now come talk about yeah. That's my Auntie Millie. Yeah. I chose to go to my Miss Connie's because although it was easier for me, and that's my brother Byron. 56 years he was gone. And after that I had the first nervous breakdown. And you think I'm not gonna talk? And it's not now I'm writing, so I wrote this and asked them to edit. And you're gonna come tell me if it take off, and me if it this and me if it that. Yeah? I took this picture. Yeah? So what's my value and what's my worth? Somebody's gonna pay. So Leaf is gonna pay. King's College is gonna pay, owing to the fact that my husband was neglected and they had the audacity to lie. Yeah? So it was in the paper. And now my brother is gonna say certain things and whatever. Come on. That's what I said. Ain't doing nothing in anger anymore. Yeah? Yeah? So let the district judge beat your man or whatever. Do whatever you want to say. And let that, yeah? So some of these pictures also, I took them. And it was only when I got this, I remember this picture. Yeah? So I have it framed up there. Yeah? So people used to go on my social, to go get things for funeral, for this, that, and that. And all of a sudden, you're going to tell me what me must remove from what me must remove. And Facebook take my 18 pages, whatever, and said it's not authentic. There is a God. And see that it's still spinning around. So I'm going to close this down now. Rest in peace, Mama Lou. This is the way I'm taking my life out of now. I don't feel sleepy, but at least I can get on with doing other things. I don't have to be, you don't have to see me. Yeah? This gal, she depend me Cynthia with all two name and run and this and that. And come here tonight. Come here tonight. Huh? What an audacity. Me have your track sitting around there. Me have a do a sitting on it. I'm gonna do it. Because when me see Garfield, they plan whatever, and a blackout and all this, and all that, who Tony Celia, they are going to show the world what this country is and how divisive are some of the black people. Ryan Clement, Winsome Duncan, Julie Powell. Yeah? So you search out everything, whatever. You go talk to whatever, and me, this and whatever. And I come back on chat about next man. You're so stupid, girl. Hmm? Next man. Lord, oh my Lord. I'm going to end with Mama Lou's signature. I don't feel sleepy. And what I know, if I go to bed, I'm waking up at 1 o'clock or whatever. So I'm gonna try and stick to. I'm gonna try and set myself a routine. So I'm gonna do X amount on live. I'm gonna do X amount of writing. I'm gonna do X amount of this, that, and that, and that. And yes, this was about this material. Back then they were selling material in the street. And Samir, what's her name? Samira. So I have a few things that Samira. So I have a blue one. So some of them I haven't won. I will this. So I'm gonna dress the part when I'm doing my thing. Me, myself, and I. Whenever anybody join me, I'm grateful. I don't need no people to come push me down because you have no good intention toward other people. No, come if you are company, be decent enough and respect me. Especially I'm doing my mother. You know who you are. Mimi also. How much did housing for women pay you for that whatever? Do you get paid for sending people to solicitors and whatever? Is that what you do? And as for Harrison, or to cook or whatever, you are Harrison. How many other people you are? Dexter Blackman and all those people. So I'm gonna take your 12 page whatever for housing for women and be a template. And I have Tom's card from Queen Camilla and the amount of people I have in my portfolio. I can do so much. I've written several books, they just need editing. So instead of wasting my time, whatever, I have an Amazon account also. And that is it for me. So people, this was my Belima giving you a taste of my mother, Pearline Louise Chambers, Nemhard. And then another time I'll give you some of her quotes. Mama so and so and so. If you don't know, you will soon find out. And then she tell the story about Mr. Jones and this, that, and the other. Because when she do talk, looking back now, reflecting, you realize the sense. It's only she couldn't explain it. Like certain things, back then I wouldn't understand it, but now I can put whatever. So I'm gonna make mom legacy live on for future generation. And it's still spinning. That's what YouTube and all of them do and Google. So I'm gonna close down now and I'm not sleepy, so what am I doing tomorrow? I might come out of the house and go find some 27th. Find something to do. If it's even go someplace. So I'm preparing my routine. I need to have something for the 19th of February. Need to change my curriculum. Organize my team for my storytelling. So that's that. So I'm going to turn this one off now. And that one is still spinning. And then focus on something else. Maybe do some writing because as I said, I'm not sleeping. So I'm keeping myself. I can sleep in day and do whatever. So I'm no longer stressing myself. I'm gonna, yes, I went and I bought ink. When I said to people I don't do one, so I bought an extra one. So it's here. So yes, gradually, the water is troubled, my friend. Stay riding. God's only power is moving every hour. No longer sad. On dry land, the water is troubled, my friend. step right in. The water is troubled, my friend. Step right in. God's holy power is moving every hour. Which one may I do? I not even know why I come. No longer stand on dry land, the water is troubled, my friend. Step right in. One man went to mow a meadow. One man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Two men went to mow a meadow. Two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Three men went to mow a meadow. Three men, one man and his no, three men, two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Four men went to mow a meadow. Four men, three men, two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Five men went to mow a meadow. Five men, four men, three men, two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. Six men went to mow a meadow. Six men. Five men, four men, three men, two men, one man and his dog went to mow a meadow. I hear the words of the lion man sing, Babylon, you choke, gone down, gone down. Oh, damn frig boy. How has your day been? Should have damn shame on yourself.